And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. From the 24, Burrow sliding out of the pocket. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did. On 3rd down, Burrow, and he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
This is taken at the 18.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A 1st down throw for Fitzpatrick. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And they get him down, but not before he takes across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And he's got Shockey. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A big pickup of 38. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Again, it's Fitzpatrick. That's caught. It's Crabtree again. Touchdown! Michael Crabtree. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They keep it with Davis on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go again with Davis. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. On 3rd and 1, Burrow flush to his right.
Now Burrow loses the football.
And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Fitzpatrick now from the 50.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Burrow going for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Now a give up the middle to Bettis. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Fitzpatrick. Crabtree has it. Touchdown! Michael Crabtree
with his second touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They begin with a run by Davis. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The slot man in motion right. Now here's Davis to run again on 2nd. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They bring Crabtree in motion right. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. That's caught by his tight end, Shockey. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Dave Casper, 27 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And that, incomplete. Daylight in front if he could have held on, but he didn't. So instead, it's 2nd down. Burrow will throw. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Into a full team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Woodson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Wilson going to come out throwing. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. Flush down, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cam Chancellor, he can do it all. This time it's a sack on the safety blitz. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one, right?
And all the way in for the touchdown. Michael Crabtree, 46 yards. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. This will be caught downfield by Moore. 20, 10, and he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. DJ Moore, 76 yards, and his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, but also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fitzpatrick. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. The 30. 10. Touchdown. Chase Claypool. 78 yards. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good start. One play, 10 yards. CD, always more eyes on these night games, and they started it off nicely there on that run.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. Don't think for a second these players don't know and understand that. They want to impress their peers across the league. They also want to win the ball game. That's the way to get things going.
Fitzpatrick on first down. Going deep for Diggs. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
an early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Fitzpatrick.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Now Fitzpatrick on 4th down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Lynch up the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
1st down, Fitzpatrick. This is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dave Casper. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
A short kick taken at the 18. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Always got some breathing room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, they'll run with Bettis. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Fitzpatrick. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now Fitzpatrick. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing in 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Jerome Bettis, 43 yards. And his guys have taken the lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Here's Fitzpatrick. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs, 65 yards. And the Texans have retaken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. A short kick taken at the 18. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Play action now. Fitzpatrick. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Carlos Basham. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. 3rd and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. Back deep, CeeDee Lamb. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Lynch. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Fitzpatrick to throw it. It's complete to Diggs. Touchdown! Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 2nd and 9, Fitzpatrick. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
Well, that was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick now. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So the difference is 6 points as we get set to resume action here in this 3rd quarter of play. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. This is caught. It's Crabtree. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Up the middle they run with Bettis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 16, Fitzpatrick into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer, and the Texans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Fitzpatrick. Going deep for Diggs. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs, 53 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing Fitzpatrick. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Throwing again here, Fitzpatrick on 2nd and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Fitzpatrick from the gun on 3rd down. Going deep for Diggs. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Stephon Diggs, 34 yards. And the Texans have moved out in
2.